As we post the first video for the remote control lawnmower, now this is follow up with the same one. This time we are using the iPad and iPhone to control the remote the lawnmower. The first module that we used to use on the first video is this thing right in here. It's working with the RC. I'm going to pop them open to see what is in there. There's some screws on. This module has a 4 wire out of it, one for the battery, one for the right motor, and one for the left motor. And the 4th wire is going to be antenna that is being wrapped around the piece of hanger, metal hanger right in here, that it can be standing up vertically. Right now inside this module, as you can see, we do have a cyber tube and the receiver for this RC transmitter. This RC, they can be using it for the helicopter and aeroplane and car RC. The second module that we made right in here is using the Arduino microprocessor. This is the Arduino microprocessor. They call them Uno, and it does have the Ethernet that they call them Ethernet shield, that it being just can be plugged right on top of the Arduino microprocessor. These two boards, they are talking through the SPI or serial port interface. And if you just take a look at this aluminum box that I do have right in here, you can see on the left hand side the similar boards look like this. The bottom of it is going to be the Arduino Uno, the top is going to be Arduino Ethernet shield. On the right hand side, in the bottom of the cyber tube, I do have a regulator that has an input of the 24 or 12 volt. Actually it's 12 volt till 24, and it gives you 5 volt power supply in output that I can use on for Arduino, and also the server or mini router that I do have right in here. So the signal, let me just get the iPad. How the system does work is this. We write the program for the Arduino and we load them up. On the iPad and iPhone, the same. It's going to be for both of them. We are using the Touch OSC. Let me show you the software right in here. And this is a graphical software. This is the software that we write for it. We write 2 software for it. One for the portrait, one for the landscape. This is the portrait one that you see. Whenever you want to start using the system, you have to touch the screen with the left hand side right in here. If you are a right hand person, you can touch them with the left. If you are a left hand person, you can flip this thing over and use them the other way. So the minute that I touch this, the pad is going to get activated, and then when I move this cursor anywhere on this screen, based on the location of the cursor, the 2 motors, they are going to react. It means if I just completely go straight forward, the both motor is going to move forward, back, right, or left, or any combination of these. To make the system a little less sensitive when the cursor is in the middle of the screen, we have a 0 zone. So anywhere this cursor is going to be in a 0 zone, the both motor is going to be stopped. If you have a cursor anywhere on the screen and your finger leaving the screen, your left finger leaving the screen, the whole system is going to stop. We do have additional stop safety on the circuitry. Is going to be right in here, push button. Every time that I touch one, it's going to stop the motor and it send the messages right in here. The motor is stopped. The reason that we don't get the response right now and it just said moving because the transmitter and the receiver on this side is off right now. We're going to go ahead connect them to the lawnmower and see how the system does work. As I mentioned, we do have 2 software. One of them was this. The other one is being built for the landscape. This is going to be the landscape software. So if I hold them right in here, the minute that I touch the screen, it's going to be activated. Of course, you don't see any messages again right in here because the transmitter and receiver is off. Actually, I can connect that phone and show you how this thing does work right in here too. Just connect them to the power supply. You can see some activities going on this mini router right in here. And now you should be able to see the signal from the mini router. To doing so, I'm just going to go to the setup and look for the server that is going to say iMower, because that's the name of it is right in here. So if I just click on this and go back again to the touch OSC, the minute that I touch this thing, you can see it said driver enable, because this is the response that is getting from the Uno microprocessor. If I leave, my finger is leaving the screen, it said disable. The minute that I touch this thing, it's gonna say stopped. If I touch them again, it said it's ready to go. If I touch the left hand side with this, that I get the iPad ready to go, till I do not touch the screen, nothing gonna move. The minute that I touch the screen, the motor, they're gonna be respond to it. For doing so, is the best thing to do is you all the time put the cursor in the center and then start it from there. Now we are gonna go ahead and let me just explain a couple more things about this board right in here. On the side, I do have a little breaker that is a 40 amp breaker right in this corner, that if the current goes above 40 amp, it's gonna shut them off till it cool off and then it's coming back on again. Not much wiring is going on between the Arduino and the Cybertooth. It's just two wire. One is from the channel number 3 and one is from channel number 5 going to controlling the S1 and S2. Of course, the ground of the both board being shorted together. In this other side of the board, we can see the two connection. One is going to be positive 5 volt, the other one is going to be the ground. And at the same time, I connect the 5 volt for this mini router right in here. Now let's just go ahead and connect them to the lawnmower and see how this thing is going to work. We bring the board right in here. The first thing that I can do, I'm going to disconnect the charger. To connecting the board, I just need to just snap these two holes right in here. I do have a piece of hose that I'm going to put them in the top to preventing of board the module to jump out if we get to the rough location. Let me just push this thing in. Okay, this thing is completely secure. We do have a 3 wire to connect. One is going to be the power. I'm just connecting the power. One is for the right hand side. I'm just going to connect it. And the other one is for the left hand side. The left hand side is going to get connected. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that I'm connected to the correct server. Again, the name of this is going to be iMower. So I open them up. iMower, it's right there, connected. And now we're going to go back again to the touch OSC, or they call them open sound controller. I'm going to go to the portrait. I prefer to use the portrait and say done. So the minute that I touch this thing, the screen is going to get activated. To doing so, I'm just going to put this one right in the center. Is enable. If I go ahead and I can move on forward, this thing is going to move and go right or left if you want. Right and left. Let me just turn that on and bring it back. So the minute that I move my finger, my left finger is leaving the screen. It said disable, and the motor is going to be disabled. I'm just going to go back, activate it, and go back. It's going to go back. The minute show this, I leave this, the lawnmower is going to stop. Touch it again. It does not move till I touch the screen, and then the system starts more working again. So let me just bring them back. The farther that you get from the center of the pad, the faster the system is going to respond. So I'm just going to bring them back. Okay, the other feature that I put on this screen is this. Even when you holding the enable switch, if your finger remove from the touchpad for more than 5 seconds, the system is going to stop automatically. This feature allows, if the system is out of range, after 5 seconds, it's automatically going to stop. So again, this one is touch switch. When I touch them, it said stop. Doesn't matter what do I do, nothing gonna move. Touch them again, it said set to go, and the moment that they start moving, you can see the messages is being sent from the Arduino in here, and we can see it's moving. See, if I don't touch the screen, it's gonna stop. I'm just gonna put them in a very slow motion to move forward, and do not touch the screen. See what is going to happen. I hold them as an enable, and then after 5 seconds, stop. So to move in it, you must be continuously, this is a safety feature built to the system. You have to continuously touch the screen or refreshing your command, or the system is going to be stopping. So this is just a movement I'm going to show you guys. I'm not going to turn the lawnmower because it's going to work the same as before. We did some other mechanical modification on the system that I'm going to show it to you guys. Come in here. We changed the front wheels. We put a couple bigger wheels right in here, a little wider, and it has a better swivel than the one that we put in posting on the first video. And the second thing that we add right in here, we add a little screws right in here, adjustable screws that is preventing of the lawnmower to swinging back and forth. So it's going to keep it in a place, and with a movement, quick movement of the lawnmower, because the lawnmower is pretty much hanging with those 4 anchors. So if you had a fast movement to the back and forth, like a pendulum, the lawnmower could move back and forth. But we're preventing it with installing that screws right there. And that's about it. So as I said, this is very easy to be connected and disconnected. You can just disconnect a 3-wire, remove this hose, bring this thing up, and it's going to get released if you want to go ahead and reprogram it and put a new program on it. I have 2 programs. One is going to be the program for the Arduino, and the second program is going to be this software that they call them Touch OSC, that you can communicate via the Wi-Fi with a what do you call lawnmower.